Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 26th of April 2024. So stagflation signals slams stocks and bonds, bullion and black gold are bid. Yeah, yesterday's advanced GDP numbers took care of that. US stocks finished lower after a weak Q1 GDP and hot core PCE prices, although futures were lifted after market on big tech earnings. So obviously sold off and came back. Today's economic news is core PCE price index and revised UM consumer sentiment. They're out at 1:30 and 3 p.m. Respectively there. Okay, let's have a look at the markets and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, market marked down yesterday sharply, but recovering before the close and moving up again overnight. You can see there the sell-off there. That was due to the advanced GDP numbers. Let me just show you those. We go back to yesterday and you will see that they were forecast at 3. They came out at 3.1, but it's the pickup from the 1.6 that was the problem there. And also pending home sales, also big move there as well for this sector. So they can't reduce rates basically, and that's why the market sold off. They're trapped at the moment and could be heading into a stagflation situation. Market back at the DP overnight, having come back before the close, rallied back sharply. In fact, let's just have a look, see what we lost, what we actually gained. So just before the news, let's just have a look from here. If I can get this to work. So we dropped down to there and we saw a drop of 602, and then we went from there as we had the recovery from the close, just after the close, to 457. So down 600, brought back 450. So you can see, obviously, this excuse that the tech sector was good. Google did actually have massive profits, and obviously they're using this in the tech sector to move the markets back, same as Tesla the other day, apparently. So there we go. So German DAX, let's have a quick look at that. German DAX, similar picture, market down to the 50 EMA, but this was going fine and dandy until, of course, this news hit at lunchtime. See the market there selling off and then being pulled back in the evening, and also, most importantly, just as the Dow closed, how the DAX actually moved up. And that, again, that was the announcement of Google's profits. Overnight, though, the market's created a gap. That gap has been filled. The market's above the DP at the moment. It's got the close, the high. It's Friday. There's only a few bits of news. The opportunity to move back to the upside there. S&P 500, similar picture there. Market marked down. Market brought back. Again, you can see there. Obviously, the return on the S&P 500 was far better than that of the Dow, which only managed a smaller percentage retracement, whereas with this we went straight past and up to the previous day's high, and overnight the market is now sitting at the close. So some strength there. And speaking of strength, the FT100 made a new all-time high again yesterday at 81.63, so continuing to make those new all-time highs, and no doubt there's probably one in the bag today as well, because if you have a look, we're not that far off the high already, as you can see there yesterday evening following the Dow. And we've been back up there close, and we've got the high there. Yesterday the FTSE was up, had a bit of a shakeout with the Dow, but had no problem moving to the upside with the profits and that were released from Google there. In the US dollar, the market sideways to lower during yesterday, a bit of support overnight, but the trend is certainly starting to move down for the dollar. So let's have a look at the reaction to the news yesterday from the metals. So kicking off with silver, I dare say it for the fear of that it's probably going to get slammed, but I think the correction is over here. We're down at 50%. We've had the demand, we're oversold, and prices are starting to move back to the upside, albeit tentatively, but nonetheless, you can see the reaction yesterday to the GDP numbers, and then overnight the market said, you know what, this is bad news, moving back to yesterday's high. So is the $30 target back on the cards for the silver market? Meanwhile, in gold, similar picture as well. This is starting to consolidate sideways. Not the best rising lows, but as this one was lower than this one. But today the market, or today I say overnight, the market moving back to the upside, also off the DP, and you can see that silver's made a better move as far as moving back to the upside than gold, which means that the gold silver ratio, if we just have a quick look at this, is moving back to the downside, which we can see there down to 84. So again, this is a positive for the silver market at the moment. So have a look at the overnight market, and also a quick look at yesterday's trade. Another challenging day yesterday as the market waited for the economic news, and of course next week we've got the NFP FOMC to be released, so the market's focus will be heading towards those as well. So yesterday morning, before the cash market opened, that vertical grey line there is the Italian market being closed, and the market moving back up again in the pre-session. They always do, don't they? And then we started to we started positively there, and then all of a sudden we didn't. When we got to the DP, the market was slammed to the downside, which you can see there, down to the close, through the close, and down to the low, where the market said, no, we've gone far enough, let's try and bring it back. So they did. We had a potential buy signal there, but this didn't hold. The market reversed and took it out, and then we had another potential buy signal which was filled, and then the market moving up again before it too saw prices moving back to the downside, which you'll see in just a moment. We then went into the cut-off period, and we see the market rally just before the 1:30 advanced GDP news. As soon as this was released, the market then sailed south, which you can see there, and that ignited the sell-off in the Dow and the S&P as well. Market moving further to the downside, down to the S2 in the afternoon. Then more economic news, and the market then was brought back. It was time to salvage and then get the momentum back on the upside. So a nice move back to the upside there before we had the cut-off there at 4 p.m. and then the market continuing to the upside, supported by the Dow. Quick look at the overnight situation, and you can see there we're stuck in a sideways range. Let's have a look, see where we are in the bigger picture. We've got yesterday's high up here at 18,105 and 18,044, 17,981, where the market is also above the DP and above the 200 MA as well. So it's just a matter of what it can do when the market kicks off at 8 a.m. in the cash. But I suspect, given that it's only around 6:30ish at the moment, that we'll see the market rally through and to that point, because there's no reason why not to at the moment, and all those gives those the opportunity in Europe on the electronic session and the derivatives to pump the markets first before the cash market opens, if we do see any selling like we did during the kickoff of yesterday's session. So that's it for this one. It's this one also for the week, heading into the weekend. So have a great day, have a great weekend, and I will see you in Monday's edition of the Market Alert. So until then, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.